All right, let's have a quick look on day one of the new firmware, which is 1.2.0 for the Rodecaster Pro. So we've got multi-track onto the micro SD card. This is a game changer for me because I have a lot of people use my studio and they can walk in, put their chip in and go out with not only the stereo track, which most people end up using, I know I do, with all the effects and everything on it and the mix, but also all the individual tracks. And I've got this set, as with the USB, to not put any of the onboard effects onto those. They come in raw. They're great for emergencies. They've changed the colour. The record button is now bright green if it's not being played, recorded, and when you're recording it's red, and you also can hold it down and make it pause your recording, which is great. So you maintain the same podcast show / file. Okay, so it's multi-tracks onto one polywave file or multiple track file. So there's a bit to deal with on that front. And let's have a look how we go. I'm going to press record. And so there we go. So I'm recording I should be recording onto the SD. I'm not recording into the computer apart from for this film. So I'm recording and I'll play this kooky techno just to see if it comes up. And then turn it off. And that should do for our test. Stop recording. Now I'll pull the SD card out of the machine and put it into my computer. So immediately I put that in, this pops up, and Rode folder and podcast, and there it is. There's what we've just recorded, and it appears to be one file because that's all of the tracks are in that, including the stereo mix down. Right, so what do we do here? There's a few choices, but for now, the simplest one is to use the new desktop app for the Rodecaster Pro, which has, as well as the sounds, this podcast thing there, right? So it keeps them in one long sort of group, I suppose, rather than split it into the limits of what a WAV file can be. So I think it's about 30 minutes or something like that in this situation. So I don't know what this color thing's all about. So we'll choose a name and we'll call it Test 1. And save, and let's put it into shows, test. Okay, let's see what happens here. Downloading. Okay, it's a 26-second file according to this. And so I'm going to turn that off and close that down. Okay, here's one I prepared earlier. So I have rearranged my template in Reaper to sort of match something I'll quickly show you. If you look inside here, you will see they're the files that have been made. Okay, so that's the order they are. It's alphabetical, right? So test 1. So they're the separate tracks. There's a stereo mix and so on and so forth. Not the way around that I'd prefer, but so keep that in mind, and I will insert media file, right? And we will find where I put them, and there they are. So first thing I'll do is select that top track. Oops, I'm going to cancel that. Select the top track, and then go insert media file, and select all of those, and separate tracks, definitely. Right, so we'll go to the beginning and see what we've got. Okay, so Bluetooth, mic 1, mic 2, mic 3. Let's have a little listen. Good. And so there we go. So I'm recording I should be recording onto the SD. All right, enough of that. So that worked. Okay, at this stage, I'll probably just casually put these where I'd like them, and then boom, I'm ready to go for a multi-track recording, or do what we all do in the end, and that's just use the stereo track. And that's it so far. There's plenty more to go. There's plenty of other ways to do that, but that'll get us on the road, that's for sure.